Pretty big news today related to Blizzard, actually. You're going to need to know a little bit of background information, so let me fill you in on what is going on. Now, back in November of 22, you might have remembered that World of Warcraft to go offline in China as Activision Blizzard and NetEase ends a 14-year deal. Now, interesting thing about this is it wasn't just World of Warcraft, actually. We're talking about Overwatch.
It was everything Blizzard. So, like, for a bit of context, I don't know if he's going to put this in there or not, but in order to do business in China, you need to be partnered with a Chinese company. And Blizzard's partner over there was Tencent, or it was NetEase or something like that. I think it was actually NetEase. Yeah, it was NetEase. And so basically, if you lose that partnership, you can't do business there.
Stone, Diablo, StarCraft,
so it was everything.
All of the games except, funny enough, Diablo Immortal ceased and expired on the contract between Blizzard and NetEase. Basically, this contract was
which makes sense because they developed Diablo Immortal, so it's a different thing.
Is what happened. So because of that, we were seeing these articles that look something like this about, China tearing down statues
I remember
of
this.
the Blizzard HQ and basically the relationship souring between Blizzard and China, and the only game that was still playable was Immortal, and the rest of them, the Chinese players were basically screwed. Essentially, they couldn't access these games. Well, when I was scrolling through Twitter this evening, interesting enough, there was a tweet by Phil Spencer, which was retweeting this here. Thanks to the incredible work by Blizzard and NetEase to renew our commitment to the players. We will soon welcome back millions of community members in China to our Blizzard universe. This is exciting for everyone at Xbox, Blizzard, and for players everywhere. Read more. Now,
I don't think anybody really should be surprised about this, because obviously now that Blizzard is being owned by Microsoft probably has a lot more power, obviously, in China in order to mend relations. And also, it's in NetEase's best interest to work with Blizzard. There's a lot of money that they can make from doing that. So it was probably only a matter of time that this was going to happen again. And it seemed like, I think that they even said that it was just one asshole that caused this entire problem to happen, which is kind of crazy to see that happen.
The reason Phil Spencer is talking about this is because, as you might remember,
Microsoft
they blamed actually acquired Blizzard. So they are one big company now at this point, and it looks like one of the things that is happening there because of this is that they are reacquiring this NetEase contract. And you can see the tweet that he was retweeting here is Blizzard Entertainment saying, legendary worlds are for all to share, includes our passionate Chinese community. If you actually click on this press release right here, one of the things you're going to notice, you can scroll through this and read it if you want. It's just some PR speak talking about how the games like World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, and StarCraft are all coming back. But interesting, one of the things in here says separately, Microsoft Gaming and NetEase have also entered into an agreement to explore bringing NetEase titles to Xbox consoles and other platforms. So there's...
I see. Oh, now we see how things are going. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Seems to be
this is big for Xbox too,
since Microsoft has now acquired Blizzard. Now they kind of follow up a little bit on this afterwards. The Blizzard's president says some words here, basically about like, we're super grateful,
we're happy that they're here,
passionate about our games,
we're gonna make
that
money,
Chinese player have them, like et cetera, et cetera.
That's great.
But if you scroll down here to where Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming, he says Blizzard and NetEase have done incredible work to renew our commitment to players. Blizzard universe have been part of players' lives in the region for many years, returning Blizzard's legendary games to players in China, while exploring ways to bring more titles to Xbox, demonstrates our commitment to bringing more games to more players around the world. So they're kind of setting up for like China is getting the Blizzard games back, and more titles to Xbox means NetEase games basically coming to Xbox is what
which probably will indirectly lead those NetEase games to go to Game Pass, or at least some of them, which will increase. I think that really Microsoft is like really focusing a lot on Game Pass, because like I think that's their future, is Game Pass, not Xbox.
Sounding like here. And a quick Google search will show you that NetEase actually has a pretty large amount of games here that they could pull from if they wanted to
Look at that. This is Once Human. I played the fuck out of that one.
Them directly to Xbox. as well as a pretty large
Yeah, they've
list
got a lot of games, guys.
studios as well.
Huge.
This is actually supposed to take effect pretty soon. It says that Blizzard titles are going to return to mainland China beginning in summer of 2024. It doesn't say when and what games would be coming to Xbox from NetEase. It sort of leaves that one up for a later bit of information, I suppose. Now, it's interesting that this happens now after the Microsoft acquisition. If you look back at one of the articles here, when they actually...
I think that this was going to happen no matter what. And it does seem like the Microsoft acquisition accelerated it happening again. But I think that it was going to happen no matter what, because Blizzard is a huge company, and there are a lot of other huge companies in China, and they want to work together because they can make each other a lot of money. So, like, yeah, one deal blew up, but other than that, what do you think that, like, they're just going to, like, get together and decide, oh, yeah, let's stop making money because of this one thing? Fuck no. Of course they're going to figure out the solution for this.
Stopped working together. There was this quote here by the head of partnerships in NetEase that said, one day when what has happened behind the scenes can be told, developers and gamers will have a whole new level of understanding of how much damage a jerk can make.
They literally blamed it all on one dude. You guys think it's Bobby? Was it Bobby that did it? I don't know, man. I don't think it was Bobby, because Bobby had been there the whole time. I doubt that it was Bobby.
Take from that what you will, but apparently
maybe
the person that they were mad at is
maybe
no longer with the company. If I had to take a guess,
I bet
one of the people that no longer works with the company is literally the old president, Mike Ybarra of Blizzard.
Possible.
Who said that he would have to be drug out, kicking and screaming to no longer be there, but he's no longer there. And then the new president, Faris, only really has to say complimentary things about the relationship with NetEase. So maybe that's it, but that's just a
we're never going to know.
Guess. Speaking
you think it's probably Bobby? Yeah, I mean, like, definitely he's got the power to make it bad. But, like, to me, it just doesn't, it just doesn't make sense to me that it could be Bobby. Because Bobby is such a goblin. How could you ever, like, Bobby has a big ego, sure. But, like, I don't know, man. He loves money. Would he really throw away money? I don't know if he'd do that, guys. Bobby doesn't fuck up the bag. No, he doesn't. Bobby gets money. I can't imagine it.
Guessing what games could we see from NetEase coming to Xbox? Well, this one maybe makes sense. We have Once Human here. This is a game you might have seen people like Force Gaming talk about. Look kind of good. Now look at the timing. Q3 2024. And if we go here as to when the titles are returning to mainland China, summer of 20...
I talked to somebody about this game, and she told me that there are, like, these little, like, weird animals that you're able to catch in the game. And, like, apparently they just turn them basically into pals from Pal World.
2024 seems like the relationship is coming back.
Deviants,
so maybe these timelines actually make sense. This one's coming to Steam. Maybe we could see that, for instance, coming to Xbox. In an article talking about Once Human here by Gfinity Esports, they talk about how Once Human's only going to PC on Steam. However, Starry Studios do have plans to expand to other consoles and even mobile in the future. And should this happen, they have pledged to introduce
these guys, by the way, have the biggest fucking ego. So they did an interview and they said the reason why they don't want to make the game pay to win is because if they make it pay to win, then it will lower their chances of winning Game of the Year. Dude, I think it's fucking awesome. Like, I wish more devs would think like that. Yeah, fuck yeah. True.
Play support between platforms as well. So maybe if you actually look at the list of studios that NetEase owns, you're not actually going to see Starry Studios on this list here. However, it is one of the newer studios they own, and even on their own YouTube channel, you can see right here, NetEase Games, Once Human trailers have been shown here as well. So these are all owned basically by NetEase. They actually own a significant amount of studios and a significant amount of games that we could see coming to Xbox. But besides the NetEase speculation aside, the people that are going to be most happy about these are the Chinese players. The miss games
it's good. Like, I remember I used to, I remember it was in the Mists of Pandaria beta, actually, that you were queuing in with Chinese players, I have never, like, the Chinese players are, like, hyper fucking efficient. Like, insane fucking efficient. I remember I was doing Jade Forest, or it was the Jade Temple, and somebody went AFK for one trash pull, and they kicked him out. They said, where is he? Oh, he's not here? Okay, get him out. Immediately. And it's like, and they were chain pulling, too. They saw him, he was out, and he was done, man. It was, yeah, they meant business.
Warcraft, StarCraft, Hearthstone, etc. I remember when this news originally dropped, there was a significant amount of people that were upset that they weren't going to have access to their games anymore. Imagine that the games that you had purchased, owned, paid subscription fees, just one day, nope, sorry, you can't play them anymore. It's a move that makes sense from Microsoft's point of view. You buy a company that just lost one of their major contracts from the East, and then you just renew the contract directly after acquiring the company.
Wow.
And as far as what games are coming or who the jerk is listed here by when the contract was originally canceled, that is all left to the wind and speculation. But it is an interesting, pretty large bit of news for Blizzard in general as of today. Another Diablo Raya news, the PTR is now over, and Season 4 will be launching May 14th. Seems like the PTR was fairly well received, and we are hoping that Diablo 4 Season 4 is the best season yet, but we will find out when it actually launches, and there is information related to the Season 4 leak. You can find it on the channel if you want to see what the Season 4 theme could be for Diablo 4. You can find that there in my videos. That's about it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.
So, just a second. Let me go back and look at this real quick. So, I think this is obviously a great thing. This is good because obviously they can make more money and it increases the amount of people that can play the games. And I think that the more people that are playing the games, the higher the chances that they're going to be investing a lot of money into making the games good. So, I think this is awesome. And it's good also for a lot of the Chinese guys that are, you know, like WoW fans. They played WoW for years and, you know, they kind of lost their game. I mean, that would fucking suck. That would really fucking suck. Yeah, they're rebuilding the statues. We'll see. Yeah, they farm golds for Americans. No, I think a lot of them don't even do that anymore. Like, China's much more of a developed country than it was maybe even like 15 years ago. Like, that's my understanding, at least, from like what I've seen and like what people have said. So, yeah, it's like a lot of the countries that are doing that now are like South American and, you know, maybe like Malaysia or something like that. Maybe. I'm not even really sure about that. But, yeah, it's India now. Maybe it is. But anyway, I'll link you guys a video. It's a Darth microtransaction video. Make sure to give it a like. These are always very good. I was going to talk about this more tomorrow or yesterday, but I just didn't really have the opportunity to. So I'm glad that I'm glad I'm doing it now. I like it. Oh, there. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Entertainment money is huge. It is, yeah. And so I'm really glad about this. I think this is awesome. And it also means that the more money that Microsoft stands to make on World of Warcraft, the higher the probability is that they're going to keep investing tons of money into it. I doubt Blizzard games will be as hyped in China as before because CCP propaganda machine really painted Blizzard as some kind of evil capitalist empire. The rep's at an all-time low in China. Well, it's at an all-time low here, but that doesn't really matter. People will still play it and care about it there. It's not that big of a deal.